Here are 10 secrets that pros use and know about that you don't. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and that's exactly what I'll show you today. 10 things that pros use to kill their enemies quicker and win games. So let's get right into it. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe so we can get to 1,000 subs. The first things that pros use a lot this season to get their kills quick and push around the map as fast as possible is the Nitro Rings. You really want to use these to get to enemies as fast as possible. So you can hop in the Nitro Ring, you see an enemy behind, and you can keep pushing that way, always launching on the enemy, plus having Nitro so you can finish the kill quick. You can probably instantly get a pump on the enemy and then finish the kill quick because you still have that Nitro. You can just run in this box, get the kill as fast as possible. A lot of pros like Volcro use this, especially in solo cups, to get high kill rounds in their first games. Next is another thing you can combine with the new Nitro Rings. It's called bunny hopping. So it's a pretty OG strategy that a lot of people used to use with shockwaves and etc. But you can use this again with the Nitro Rings, also after you rift from island, for example, and land. So bunny hopping, I'll show you an example. And you can get pretty fast, pretty far this way. That's number 2. Number 3, use sliding as much as possible to be fast. So if you're going down a mountain, after you're bunny hopping, you can always slide. After you jump in a Nitro Ring, you can slide. Those are 3 things movement-wise that pros use to get around the map as fast as possible. Another little extra exploit you can use is mantling onto the Nitro barrels when you try to pickaxe them. So you pickaxe them with your duo, for example, or alone, and then you mantle onto them, and this will boost you in a direction pretty far if you do it correctly. Doesn't work all the time, but a little exploit you can try to use to get around the map quick. Plus you still have that Nitro, so you won't get any fall damage, and you'll still be really fast afterwards. Next, number 4 is a tip on awareness. So pros are really good at tracking their enemies, and what they use for this is sound cues. So what helps a lot of people to hear sounds better and hear footsteps better is turning on visual sound effects. So just hop on the settings, go to your audio, and then you can turn on visualize sound effects right here. Just turn that on, and then you'll see the footstep of enemies, and you can see if they're healing, you can see if they are rebooting, so you can listen to all of these sound cues and push in depending on what the enemy is doing. This will help you keep track of the enemies way easier, and always make sure you keep looking at the enemies. Even if you have those footsteps on, don't completely rely on them. Try to track them with your eyes as much as possible. Don't only go for sound cues, and make sure you always know where the enemy is. This way you can kill them faster, you don't get any dumb damage, and it's overall easier to win your fights. Now let's move on to some exploits that you can use to pressure enemies and get kills quicker. So the number 1 exploit I want you to use to get kills as fast as possible is phasing through builds. So if your enemy is boxed up right here and you want to get in as quick as possible, you can build a ramp, and then you hit the wall once. Maybe you already break it before with your SMG, and then you jump up right here, and once you hit the stair at the top, you pickaxe, and that way you can phase through builds. So hit it twice, jump at the top, hit it at the top, and then you can phase in, build a cone, pump him in the face, build a stair, go for an edit, and shoot him this way. Really good exploit to finish the kill quick. Make sure you don't do this at the start though. Try to hit him 100, try to get him weak, and then if he keeps running away, you can't manage to get the wall, then use this to finish the kill quickly. Number 5, another exploit you can use is phasing cones in boxes. So if someone's boxed up on a higher layer, you can always get a cone inside if you push him from below a bit. So if you look right here, you can place a cone in his box, and this will throw him off a bit. So maybe he'll be stuck in the cone, then he'll have to edit down, and you can instantly pre-box this down here. Or if he is just bamboozled in there, then you can try to get the wall and try to get him that way, and you still have that cone in there, so he can't really do that much. Number 6, phasing build through other builds. So a lot of the time enemies won't have a full box, so they'll just try to get away from you. They don't get this back wall, they forgot or whatever, or they were just too fast, and they're holding the wall. And if they're holding the wall in there and you break it and spam wall, so you break it and instantly try to place a wall through, you'll be able to get that back wall even if he still holds this front wall. The front wall doesn't matter then, you have the back wall now, you can go around and you can get it that way. You can also do this with a stair or a cone. So if he's holding his wall, he's in here, you just spam a stair in. This will probably throw him off. You'll see if he goes left, right, pre-box this side, and easy kill right here. So always try to pressure them with throwing builds in their boxes. Next is that you're able to reload cancel. So if you're playing something other than the gatekeeper, you can reload single shots. You want to do that to save time. So a lot of the time you'll just find yourself reloading the whole shotgun, even though you don't really have the time for it because you have to be healing. So to only reload one shot, just hit reload, reload that one shot, switch to your pickaxe or to another weapon, and boom, you'll only have that one shot reloaded, or just switch to your heals, keep healing. So make sure don't reload too much if you don't have the time for it. Sometimes if you're in a sticky situation, reload one shot, keep healing, and then you can keep going. Number 9 is pre-firing. If you're under pressure, if pros are under pressure and they really can't get away, they're just getting pressured the whole time, they always try to go for pre-fire shots. So a pre-fire is always if someone's trying to break in your wall, and while he's breaking it, you try to shoot. So he'll break it, and boom, you try to get a shot through before he gets the wall again. So the split second where there's no wall there before he places his, or you can even place your own wall again, that's where you want to shoot. So you want to wait till he breaks it. You're healing, for example, you can bait them with a heal. So you just use your heal, and then boom, when they break the wall, you give them a shot. You can get a pretty hefty, nasty headshot right there. So if you can get 150 damage, that will completely make them back off. So you can just keep healing, use your heals, and just chill for a second. Really useful strategy if you're under pressure from good players that just keep following you. You can't get away from them. Practice your pre-fires with a friend in creative. He pickaxes your wall and you try to get him before he places the wall again. Number 10, this is more for tournaments, are resource efficient rotations. So if pros don't have a lot of mats, especially in solos or sometimes also in duos, they'll go for really smart rotations. This is usually either left or right side of zone. If you're going through the middle, you need the most mats because you have to protect yourself from each side. And now if you're on one side, so if you're on the left, the zone is here and there's other people on this side, then you only need to protect yourself from that side. And this way you can get away pretty easily with just building floors and ramps, or possibly just using Nitro to run on the low ground and use natural cover. So if there's a lot of trees around, a lot of stones, maybe a bush on low ground, use that low ground layer with your Nitro to get to zone fast without using any mats, possibly even reform those mats down there. And yeah, that's how pros get to zone without using a lot of mats. That was 10 secrets that pros use that you don't know about. Comment down below if you have any more questions.